What's up, everybody, man? It is early, but we're getting ready to get to this airport, headed to the MIA. Looking forward to it, and I'm gonna meet up with a guy down there who is putting up some numbers on the wholesaling tip. So I only got a couple hours of sleep. Actually didn't even finish all the contracts that I was supposed to do, so I'm gonna finish the rest of them while I'm on the plane. So no sleeping on the plane. I forgot where I parked at. There I am. But man, it's gonna be a fantastic day. Really can't complain. God is good, and looking forward to this trip. So hopefully I'll come back with some good information. You guys can see it. I was thinking of this story of a young man who had this red, delicious apple, and this was the best apple he ever had in his life. And so he ate this apple and then took the apple seed and said, you know what, I want another one of these apples. He planted the apple seed expecting to harvest another apple, an apple for an apple. And so he did this, and then this green shoot of grass came out of the ground, and he was getting so frustrated. He tore it up and started over, and he did that over and over again. And finally his father saw him and said, son, what are you doing? And he explained to him, like, Dad, I got this apple. It was the greatest apple I ever had, and I want another one, so I planted the seed, and I just keep getting this green shoot of grass. The father obviously laughed and said, son, what are you doing? Like, what's growing here is the apple tree, and the apple tree is going to take time to grow, but it's going to give you more than just one apple. It's going to give you multiple apples for the rest of your life. I wonder if that's like business. All right, everybody. Man, special treat today, guys. We are down here, and this is Sunrise.
Yep,
Sunrise. So Miami-Dade, Broward, that area. And we're sitting down here with my man David Ligon. We actually met at church in South Miami. I had no idea that he was doing real estate, and he is down here killing it. And so I wanted to bring some value to you guys today and try to get some information. Now, a little bit about him, man. He is a guru or a guru at finding the buyers. So everybody, man, so many people ask me, like, you know, how do I find buyers? How do you find buyers? Well, this is the guy to talk to. So without further ado, my man, David Ligon, appreciate you
man,
so
absolutely.
much, man, for doing this with us. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man. How'd you get into wholesaling? How'd this happen?
Well, I mean, I got into real estate. It was probably in 2004, like when the market was really before the crash down here, and I started just rehabbing. Actually,
Okay.
I didn't even think about wholesaling at that time. So, I was rehabbing. Did a batch of houses. It went great. I mean, everyone was making money then. I mean, literally down here, you were getting 3, 4, 5% a month, just in equity. So, you know, we did a handful of rehabs, went for the second batch, third batch, and that's when the market just tanked.
Yeah.
So, you know, we regrouped, started after the market started bottoming out. You know, we were doing a few things in the REOs when that was really kind of just getting started, did some deals there, and then regrouped about 5 years ago or so. And kind of just we're thinking, how do we get back into the market? Hooked up with the local RIA, which I always recommend. You know, get into your local groups. You meet a lot of good people in your RIA groups, and you know, we decided we were going to start. I was going to start wholesaling, so just got into the market. You know, you got to be in it to participate. So started making offers, started following up on leads, and just doing it. And I knew one thing that was going to be supremely important was buyers.
Yeah.
You know, if you get the deals and you can't sell them, what do you do?
But you didn't start off with that, right? You started off just like everybody else, like driving for dollars. Like, what was your first thing that you kind of just?
Well, there's, you know, like I say, it all works. I want to say we started with online advertising.
Okay.
With Google AdWords and stuff, and not honestly, back when we were doing it 5, 6, 7 years ago, there wasn't a lot of people doing it.
So it wasn't
like
as
there are
expensive,
now.
right?
No, now you could pay down here. You could pay $100 a click. It can get really crazy. So we started off doing that, and then we just slowly started. You just expand, and do everything you can think of, and then you find out what works for you and your market and with your way of doing it. We go after stuff that's on the market, like we've kind of discussed. So we might get good deals just straight off the MLS that we think we can negotiate a good price on, lock those up.
So you're saying like you actually go on the MLS, because we talk about all the time. People ask me about MLS deals, and I stay away from them. So you actually go after deals on the MLS.
Absolutely. There's tons of money there. You're when you're dealing with MLS deals, it's a little bit more of a, you can't approach it the same way because you're not dealing with the decision makers. You're dealing with realtors.
Yep.
So. But there's absolutely deals there. One thing you do know is that everybody's trying to sell.
That's true.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true, yeah.
So you don't have to question that side
true.
of it. So it's one component out of the way.
Yeah.
And then it's just fishing for motivation. We're obviously not going after properties that don't need any work. You have to filter down, okay, this one looks like...
Fixer-uppers.
Yeah, you're looking for the fixer-uppers, things with title problems, and then just motivated people that just need a quick sale. So yeah, but I mean, it all works. It all works if you just hammer through it.
So that's kind of how you started looking for your own deals. Tell me the transition of saying, okay, wow, the light bulb went off. Man, everybody needs buyers. I need buyers. Like, what did you do to implement, like, creating this massive buyer list? First of all, tell everybody like how big your buyers list is.
Yeah. So our primary market is Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, which is Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. And we have about 12,000 buyers there.
12,000.
We're also doing deals in Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville, and then in the mid-East Coast section, which is like Stewart and Port St. Lucie. So, I mean, total, when you spread out these other 4 categories, we got around 30,000 buyers.
30,000 buyers on your buyers list.
Yeah, and these are all corporations that are in public record for buying properties with cash.
Yeah.
They're not, obviously, you get that many, not all of them are buying 5 deals a month, massive whale buyers. You have some guys that are buying 1 or 2 a year, but they're going to be looking for 1 or 2 a year, so.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people who only do 1 or 2 deals a year, like wholesaling.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
So
I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's real. Everybody's coming
That's
in.
right. We got a
Just
office
running
here,
a real
man.
business. So all right. So going back to that transition. So you the light bulb went off. You said, okay, I need to build this list. Did you start off thinking that, all right, this is the direction I want to take my company, or did you just say you just got to feel your way through it?
I know there's a couple other guys down here that were putting out regular lists. There was honestly 5 or so years ago, when I started looking into doing that and thinking about, you can obviously go get your own deals and you can just sell them, but one of the things that we were doing down here, and a couple other guys are doing it. Now it's become a little bit more of a big thing as people can see you make money on it, but at the time there was 2 or 3 other guys that were actually selling other people's deals. So they were selling deals for other wholesalers. I mean, I'm sure they get their own, but they made a big part of their list that they send out, of their properties were other people's deals. So I started seeing that. I was like, well, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. I need the buyers anyway, and how can I, going to spend the time and effort and money in building a buyers list for your own deals, and if you can make money on it selling other people's deals, you might as well do it.
Yeah. They're doing most of the legwork up front.
Exactly. So, we just started, little by little, you started building, okay, and it's like, how do you do it? And, the simple answer to that is every way you can. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you have to find out what's accessible to you. It depends on the capital you have, and people ask me, what do I need to do to get into this? Do you need one of 2 things or both? You need time or money.
Yeah.
So it depends on which one you have, and then you can figure out what avenue you can go down, whether you do something more automated with capital, like mailers, you're sending out mailers or have an online campaign that, buyers are clicking on because they think you're going to have deals, or if you don't have the capital, you spend the time and you're just, it could be you're driving to somebody's office that, you found their address in public record and their office address is on a main street. I'm just going to drive to their office and say, hey, you guys buy deals, I sell deals, let's, get on my list.
Just getting out there and getting at it, right? Just
absolutely.
A lot of times I speak with people and they're so afraid of leaving their home or getting on the phone with someone or knocking on a door, but they never get anything done. So you just got to get out there and just and just get to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't make money in this business without getting on the phone and getting out of your comfort zone. That's for sure. I mean, this is a relationship-driven business, especially, we have buyers we do deals over and over and over with. I mean, several buyers we have, we're doing 10 deals a year with.
Wow.
And they're not just buying off of us, but, we just have that relationship. They might be doing 50 or 60 deals themselves. But we're constantly doing deals together, and it's usually just a phone call and, hey, I got this one, you want it? Yeah, I'll take it. It's 3 blocks away from this other one I just did,
So to kind of put this in perspective, so you told me before, how many deals did you guys do last year?
We did about 130 deals last year.
And so at the time of this is August 6th. How many deals have you guys up to this year?
We've done 100 deals so far this year.
100 deals already in this, and we're not even nowhere close to that. We still almost have a half a year left.
Yeah. We got a lot left. Plus 5 months left, right?
So we're gonna kind of wrap it up, but I want to. I know you told me like some of the super like top secret stuff, but if you could give people one thing to, you being specifically in the area of building a buyer's list, what's the one thing that you could share with some of the people that they can implement? What would be the one trick I guess you could do?
Okay. Yeah. So, one of the things I mentioned to you, it happens to be, if you're let's say if you're licensed, right? You go get a deal from a seller. You get your deal. Okay, what do I do with it? If you're licensed, what I tell people is put in your contract that you're going to have the ability to put that property on the MLS. And then you could stick that property on MLS. You put on there cash buyers only, the standard verbiage we all use. Cash or hard money, no inspection period, and you're gonna be able to build. Not everybody can do this because not everybody's licensed, but if you can, stick the properties you get under contract from your sellers on the MLS. So that's one way that you can build buyers.
Okay, if you're licensed.
If you're licensed. If you're not, then you just got to find every other site, and you want to have in your contract that you can advertise, other people's properties. So. Yeah. You're gonna stick it in there, and you're gonna put that in there that you can advertise the property, and then you can blast it to every website you possibly can. There's drawbacks to doing that. You can have people going and knocking on the door of the house and blowing the whole deal apart. Yeah. But you got to weigh your options. The short-term aggravation, and then you're building your list, and then sometimes you don't have to put it out because you have the buyers for it. In the short term, if you look at it long term, that's definitely something you can do, is just put that deal everywhere. Join your local RIAs. If they have some of the places have like some of the ones down here, they give you like 30 seconds up front. And do it. Get a membership. Hey guys, we have deals. I have one right now I'm promoting, or raise your hand, take my card, whatever the case may be. But get in your local RIA. There's buyers there.
Awesome.
So those two things, and just network. Network. If it's knocking on an office of somebody, if you can look up public records for LLCs and S corps and stuff that have bought properties where a deal that you have right now is, find their addresses, mail them a flyer that has your property. Hey, I know you bought one right here near here. Here's one I just got under contract. Call me if you're interested, or if I get other deals, I can put you on my list. And we've done that, and that's worked pretty well.
Great. You
send somebody a property that they just bought one 3 blocks away, you're going to get some calls.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So those are some practical tips from someone who is really out here actually doing it and making the business work. Do you have something you want to, an email or phone number that people can call if they have a deal that they want to bring to you? Or
Yeah, if they're down here and they want to bring us a deal, basically any major market in Florida, we're open for business. So you can just call me directly. It's 754-800-4443. Let me know what you got. If we think it's interesting, we like it, we can put it on our list. We'll work a joint venture, and then I can give you my email, and we can go from there.
All right, man. Well,
or you go through him, and we can do it all together.
I'll send it down. Well, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for adding some value. That's what we're always trying to do, is add value to what people are doing. There's a lot of people wholesaling, and I don't know, it's starting to become like the super sexy thing to do now, and a lot of people are asking about it, and but no one knows how to find these buyers, or very few people are, and you just seem to really master that. So that's why I wanted to come down here and bring this stuff to you guys, and hope you guys got some good value from it. So appreciate you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Pleasure.
Right. You guys take care. Oh, crap. Only in Miami. Look at this. What in the world? This is just sitting on my car. Better hop off. I'm going for a ride. Almost got shot. All right, my man. There we go. Get off of the car, man. It's like me against this freaking baby velociraptor alligator thing. Oh, he squared up on me. There we go. Only in Miami. Wow. What's up, everybody, man? I'm out here in South Florida with my boy Mario. We out here looking at some properties. So we're coming down here, just like I said before. Right now it's vacant. A little vacant property, a little ugly, sexy property. So we out here looking for some property. I'm trying to really get jumpstart Mario's business and get him going down here in South Florida, where another one right there. So this property's everywhere, man. Get out there, find someone that can help you, coach you. Take that address down. So find someone who can help and coach you and get you started. Sometimes you just gotta, you ever been skydiving? That person, you're tethered onto the back of someone or to the front of someone, and sometimes they just gotta kick you out the plane. And so sometimes you need that little kick to get started. But I'm telling you, man, it's a good ride. So we'll get some properties here going. All right, so we're driving through this neighborhood. We have found like about 25 houses, something like that. Yeah. But I want you guys to see something. So take a quick look. Everybody out here has their trash out because it's trash day. So this is another way you can find some property, because some of these houses no one's living in them, but you don't. They're keeping the grass cut. So you find a house, you just go through a neighborhood where trash cans are out, and then you find that one house that ain't take their trash out. Try to get around to that other one where we saw it, and that's one that you might want to write down. Now, normally it might not look abandoned, but that's good because there's other wholesalers around that are looking at it. There it is, right there in the corner. Other wholesalers are looking at it and realizing they are thinking that it's the grass is kept, but shutters are still on, which is pretty typical for South Florida. But trash isn't out, so this is one that I would write down. And you just never know, you might get a deal. So this is what the stuff I'm talking about in South Florida, man. Like, this is just normal stuff. There's a goat. There's one goat tied up like it's a dog, like a pit bull will be tied up. They just got goats out in their house, out in front of their house. Crazy. All right, everybody, so we're getting ready to set up. In about 4 minutes, we're going to have a live auction online that we're going to be bidding on some houses on for not just myself, but a couple other investors that want me to bid on their behalf. And I'm excited about this. We're going to hopefully get them and get myself a couple properties and make some money. So wish me luck. Right now, I'm just kind of checking, making sure nothing's changed on the tax records, make sure they don't all of a sudden owe, you know, $50,000 in back taxes that just happened to come out of the blue. So I'm gonna be cautious. I got a couple of houses that I'm looking at, and we're not gonna have another investor. I'll make sure I don't touch or bid on any of his houses. He won't bid on none of mine. We got less than 2 minutes now. Can't wait. Let's go.
We're taking a lot lower than I thought. Here we go. There we go. A deal about one. He would get last chance.
I gotta stop taking these flights that make me get up so early. But I don't know. I always have a hard time thinking about wasting half of the day. I end up always doing it anyway. But oh well. Heading back to from Miami to Atlanta, and picked up some great tips. Had a good time down here in South Florida, and man, it's just been it's been very interesting. But awesome trip. Looking forward to getting back and employing some of the things that I've learned, and just getting to work up there. I just want to hit the ground running. So on our way to the airport again. Yep.